Da-da. Let's see.
Yes, we are live.
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Aditya. Good morning, wherever you are, or good evening if you are in Asian countries. Uh, Guys, if you can let us know in the chat box whether you can hear us loud and clear, you can see us fine, that would be very helpful. With me, I have my colleague Dr. Amit Lal, and we have our guest Ayush Agarwal. Hi, Ayush. How are you doing?
Hey Aditya, I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good. Okay, so let me check on LinkedIn if we are live.
On YouTube, we are live.
Perfect. So we are live on LinkedIn as well, and I can see people joining in. Uh, da-da-da. So Ankit says, "Hey, found this great opportunity to enhance my experience and add great project to my portfolio. Thanks, Ankit." Chatali says, "Unable to click on the registration link." Okay, let's see. But guys, can you just confirm us really quick whether you can hear us loud and clear and you can see us fine, and then we'll move on to rest of the details.
Uh, from where did you read the comment of Chetna, I guess?
I am reading it on LinkedIn.
Is it not showing on stream radio, right?
Maybe they commented like a few days ago
Okay,
before
okay,
this
okay,
event,
okay, okay.
right? Because only new comments come in there.
Yeah.
That might be the reason.
Chintan says, is the event is recorded? Chintan, it is live on YouTube, so it will get recorded and it will be uploaded on YouTube.
Hmm. And also, you can watch it on
On LinkedIn as well, I guess.
LinkedIn as well.
Okay. Hello, everyone. You are perfectly audible and visible. Thank you so much. Thank you for confirming. Can hear you. So I guess audio and video is fine. There is no problem at all in that.
Mhm. Okay, perfect. So, guys, why don't we get started with a quick introduction and until everyone else join? So, let's share where we are located and probably what's the temperature at your place, right? So, I'm currently based out of Miami, Florida, and it's pretty hot out here, almost 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 32 degrees centigrade. So, Ayush, where are you located?
I'm in Philly, and over here as well. I think it's around 80 Fahrenheit as well.
Okay.
Uh, I'm in Toronto right now, and I guess the temperature is better rather than it is 23. So much better as compared to. Although last 2 days here also we have a heat wave. Like here, not like India. Like in 30 degrees here, people says heat wave. In India, people in 47 sitting comfortably. uh,
Okay, let's see. And guys, you can add your location and your weather in the chat box.
Gregory says he's in Colombia and the temperature is around 86 to 91, I guess. 91. That,
It
that
is.
is also like around 35, right? 91 and 90,
Mhm.
34, 35.
Okay, Gregory, nice to meet you. Today's high is 91. Okay. And also, guys, if you can let us know your current location, that would be great. So we have Maya from Dubai, 37 degrees centigrade, Chicago, 85-degree Fahrenheit, Pratik in Philly. Okay. So Pratik, you might be neighbor of Ayush. And guys, in the meantime, if you can quickly share and like this event so that other people can also join in. Uh, we want to build like a healthy competition here. So anyone in your network who might be interested in learning or getting into data analyst, data science projects, I think this is a great opportunity. So please take a moment to quickly like the event, to share the event, and then we'll get started in a few minutes. Okay, and let's allow everyone else to join.
So Ayush, where is this Philly located? Like,
Oh, it's just like 1.5 hours from New York,
okay,
south of New York, so
okay.
very close.
During my time at Deloitte, I did one project in Philadelphia with Comcast. So Comcast has its
Yeah, yeah.
biggest center there. I think that tower name is John F. I think Comcast Tower. They call it
Yeah.
Comcast Tower or something. And yeah, on weekend I used to visit my friend in Connecticut. So that drive always happened from Philadelphia to New York to Connecticut. and it becomes really beautiful in spring season, that drive, right? There are colorful trees on both sides, so that's really good. Okay, so we have Pushpula from New York, uh, Rahul from Silicon Valley of India. Okay, that's great. From Bangalore, actually. Cool. And from Kolkata, 30 degrees centigrade. Okay, so, and guys, if you can also let us know what job role you're targeting, that would be very helpful. We're just trying to understand whether we have the right audience, right? Or what type of projects, if there are some other candidates that we need to bring in the next time. So please let us know about the type of job role that you're targeting. Okay. And we also have some employers with us now hiring on our platform. So learning more about your target job role would help us align you with the right employers as well. Okay, Vashu from Vishakhapatnam, Shweta from Vishakhapatnam as well. Okay, Sony says data analyst. Okay, data analyst, data scientist. Mohammed.
Data analyst, Reshma says mostly data analyst data I can see. I guess you're on the right place, guys. If you are looking for data analyst, data scientist role, uh, this project can be really helpful. And Ayush is going to give you a quick overview of A/B testing also. So I guess it would also be very very useful.
Absolutely. Okay, guys. So I think we can get started. I think we have absolutely perfect audience. I think everyone is in data analyst, data science, business analyst roles. So we have a perfect audience here. So, guys, let's get started. Those who are joining us for the very first time, happy to provide you an overview, and I'm sure there must be a repeat users. Guys, if you're a first time user, why don't you press thumbs up? And if you're a repeat user, you can press the clap icon. It will just tell us how many people belong to both categories and how much do we need to cover. Okay, let's see it on LinkedIn. By the way, there is always a lag when we go live for when we talk and what people see. So I think that lag is
Okay.
always like 30 seconds.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I can see a lot of combination of thumbs up as well as clap. Okay, and a good number of first time users as well. So guys, happy to provide you a detailed overview. So thanks again everyone for joining us on this project on weekend, which we really appreciate it. uh, the reason why we started this live project, because we identified that a lot of entry level candidates or people who are transitioning in their career or people who are returning back to career after a break, they always struggle to get interview calls, they always struggle to get a job offer. And the biggest roadblock for them is not having hands-on work experience. There are tons of students, graduates who have earned degree in computer science, data science, but when it comes to real internship, hands-on work experience, there are very few people who have good project access. And that's when we decided to do real world projects. What do we mean by real world projects is that we have picked up these problems directly from industry. We have picked up the solution or the technologies and the processes that is used exactly how it is expected in a real job. Okay, so when you'll go through these projects, you will be solving a real world business problem, and at the end of it, you will have confidence and experience of solving a real business situation. And you can add this experience in your resume, on your LinkedIn profile, and you can talk about it in your interviews as well, right? And when you have actually solved a problem by hand, you'll be able to take your interviews very well. Okay, so that's how we started with just a few candidates, and now this community has grown to a few 100,000 users. I think the last time we checked, it was about 230,000 community people that we have in data science and software engineering. And we try to do one project every week, and we try to bring in one mentor from industry who can share his or her experience, guide you, mentor you in this project. Okay, and today we have Ayush Agarwal with us. So, guys, why don't we start with an introduction of Ayush? So, Ayush, thank you so much for taking out time on Saturday for helping us with this project. Really appreciate it. We would love to learn about your career journey, and let me share my screen because I've created a very fancy slide for you. Share it. Okay, you should be able to see my screen now. Okay.
Yep. Okay. So hello Aditya, hello Amit. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, uh, especially because it's related. The the website is related to projects and doing real life projects, which is always like super important. So again, once again, thank you for giving this opportunity. Just to talk about myself, I'm from Mumbai. I did my undergrad in computer science in Mumbai itself. Then I did a few internships. Then I came to the United States to pursue my master's in analytics from Georgia Tech. During my time there, I did an internship with an elevator company. Like very interestingly, I work with that kind of data, which I never thought I would get a chance to work with. So I did that. And after that, I moved to Philly, where I work at Chase right now. I transitioned to another role inside Chase, which is more of a product based role. Initially, I was doing more data analytics work. Even now, I'm a data analyst, but more from a product sense. So, right now, I'm working with a lot of digital product managers, trying to help them with analytics and experimentation, which would be the topic of conversation today. So, yeah, that's a brief introduction about me.
Mhm. And Ayush, a little bit, can you also talk about what technologies do you use in your job every day as a product analyst, and what's your day look like? Just to give an idea of people, those who want to get into product analyst role, of
Sure.
what they would be doing.
Sure. So, like, we use a lot of SQL, we use Adobe Analytics, and we use Tableau. Uh,
Mhm.
a typical day, I would say, like, I just transitioned into the new role, so I'm still trying to get my hands dirty.
Mhm.
But yeah, a typical day would look like any kind of opportunities like the product managers or we as analysts see while looking at the data or we're trying to solve a business problem. We come up with those, we try to present those to the product managers. We also like help them set up a lot of A/B tests, so making sure all the best practices are maintained, making sure all the sanity checks are done, and even while reading the tests, ensuring that all the best practices are there. So these kind of things is something that we do on a daily basis.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, Ayush. So, would you like to give your intro?
Yeah. So, hi everyone, this is Dr. Amit, Head of Business Operations at High Counselor. I did my bachelor's into computer science. I did my MBA program in marketing and human resources, did my PhD program in marketing research. I was an alumni of Research Summer School at IMA back in India and worked with companies like Wipro, Reliance, and ICICI Bank. I have more than 10 years of teaching experience into undergraduate and postgraduate levels. I have a YouTube channel with my same name with a good 100K following over there. You can follow me there also.
Okay. Regarding my background, I did my BTech from NIT Jalandhar. I can see a lot of people in the audience with a very similar background. So BTech from NIT Jalandhar back in 2012. Came to US from my master's degree at Duke University and graduated in 2015. 2015, after graduating, I got my first job at PwC, which is PricewaterhouseCoopers, as a tech consultant. Started my career in Chicago, worked there for an year, and then moved to Deloitte Consulting, which is in San Francisco. Worked there as a senior Salesforce consultant. Worked for clients like Fox Studios, Disney, mostly in entertainment and healthcare industry. And after working with Deloitte, I decided to leave my job in 2020 and start High Counselor. And the primary reason was because during my time at Deloitte, I was also part of the recruitment team. So I visited a lot of universities, did a lot of entry level hiring for Deloitte, and I realized that uh, a good number of entry level candidates struggle to land their job because of multiple reasons, and there is a good opportunity to help them out. And that's where in 2020 I started High Counselor in Silicon Valley. And the journey that started with just myself and my co-founder Rani Harun. We have helped more than 600 candidates find a job so far. A few VCs, angel investors, and enterprise companies have also invested in High Counselor. We raised about $2 million in our pre-seed round, and it's a great journey when every time we work with a lot of job seekers across the world. Now, the reason, let me give you a quick overview on High Counselor and what we offer, because when you'll be working with us for the next 1 week on this project, I want you to know about us. So the reason we started High Counselor, because we found that there are three biggest challenges for job seekers. The first one is people lack hands-on work experience, for which all of us are here today. The second one is people lack interview opportunities. People do not know how to get interview calls. And third one is even when they get interview calls, they are unprepared for it and they are unable to crack it. To solve this, we decided, okay, we'll start a company that does not only provide job search help but also provide a 360-degree ecosystem. Right? What do I mean by with 360-degree ecosystem is that we help candidates with upskilling. That means if you want to learn any technical skills, we provide you access to mentors, like industry experts for mock interviews, for career counseling, for any related help related to resume or LinkedIn, and also to give you experience through projects and remote internships. And once you're ready to crack interviews, then we help you speed up your job search through job application by matching right jobs to you, or through by getting your referrals through email networking. So that's an end-to-end solution for any job seeker who's looking for help. And this help is only available for people in the United States. By the way, this project is available globally. Like no matter where you are, you'll be able to do this project. But this end-to-end, our Career Accelerator program, is only for people in the United States. We get a lot of messages from people in different roles. They want to join us, they want to get that help. But right now, we are only offering our services in two categories. One is software engineering, and another is data science. So, any software engineering role that you're looking for, be it front end, back end, full stack, or any data science role, be it data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, business analyst, ML, AI, we should be able to help you out. Okay. The pricing structure is success based payment. That means you do not pay anything upfront. Uh, you apply to our program on our website highcounselor.com. If we accept you into our high counselor program, then we will be helping you until you land a job. And once you land a job, you start earning, then only you pay us in monthly installments. We have two plans. One is a starter plan, another one is an advanced plan. The difference between starter and advanced plan is that in advanced plan you get more one-on-one mentorship, you get manual job application support as well. You get email networking tool support from our end. If you need a remote internship to gain a work experience, we help you with that. We give you priority to our job search events like our job fair and on a few other events, as well as if you get laid off, we provide you a full security and support over there. Okay. If you want to learn more about any of our both of our programs or both of our packages, the process is pretty simple. Simply go to our website highcounselor.com. Let me show it to you how you can apply. So simply go to our website highcounselor.com. There is a button called apply to upcoming cohort. We always start in 2 to 3 weeks of time. So you apply to our upcoming cohort. The next cohort is 24th of June, which is coming Monday. You can simply click on start application, fill out your application, and we will get back to you with our decision within 24 to 48 hours. If you want to learn more about our program, simply click on sign up for our info session, and we go live once a week to provide you an information about our program. So simply click on this. Every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, we go live. Sign up for it, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you may have about our program. Okay. So that's about our Career Accelerator program. Let's jump into our project. By the way, guys, just to clarify it again, that our end-to-end help related to job search is only available for people who are physically located in the US and looking for a job in the United States. But this project platform that we are going to do, this is free, available for everyone globally. Okay. So let's go through it. Ayush, would you like to provide a project description and a quick overview of the project?
Sure, sure. So the
Mhm.
project is related to A/B testing.
Mhm.
Basically, we have this company which is trying to test a different design on their website, which is why they want to conduct an A/B test to see, if that new design is successful or not. Now, just to take a step back and discuss what A/B testing is. So, A/B testing, in its most basic sense, is a way to measure two different designs. It can be like A, design B. It's usually called the control and the variant, where you're trying to see like between these two, which of them is performing better. and your KPIs could be anything that that your particular case would entail of. So it could be anything related to that. So in this project, again, we are just trying to see if which of the two designs are better, and then we are doing a statistical test, and looking at the primary KPIs, we'll be able to see what variant or what if control or the variant is performing better.
Okay, that sounds great. Would you like to share your screen and give a quick overview of the project?
Okay.
There should be a button at the bottom called
Yeah, I
project.
I tried that. Yeah, I think it should work now. Yeah, it's not working for some reason.
No worries. Maybe I can share my screen and you can give you an overview. Or can you try to do it again? I think let me see if you need some extra permissions or something. Instead, there's this thing. Should be able to do it. It's working for me. What message are you getting, Ayush, when you click on
I
it?
think I think Chrome is blocking the screen
Yeah,
share.
catch issue could be there.
Yeah,
You can share your screen, Adit.
Okay, I can share my screen and you can give
I
you.
can walk. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
walk.
I think that should work. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'll share my screen once. And let me also log in here. So here you go. Entire screen. Da da da. Should be able to see it now.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. So yeah, this is the High Counselor website. If you go to projects, yeah, view all projects. Go to view all projects. Uh, then you search for the project name that you want to do. Oh, before that, you obviously need to log in. So Aditya has logged in from before. So on the top right, if you hover on that screen, you would see a candidate login, which won't be visible right now because he's already logged in. So you go to the candidate login and you should be able to create an account. Then once you are on the screen, just search for the project name, which is Visual A/B Testing. So just search for the project. Yep. Click on the project and click on the start button.
Mhm.
Yep. This is the sandbox that would need to do for the first time, but after that you should be able to uh, open that project seamlessly. Yep.
So, guys, we provide a virtual lab to each and every candidate so that you don't have to do it locally on your system. So, as Ayush mentioned, it takes about a 1 minute of time for our platform to create a virtual lab individually for you. As you can see, it is getting completed. So, it's about 30% right now. And you can stop the project in between and come back to it at any time. So, for example, we have these previous projects. I can always go to any previous project and attempt it or like initiate it wherever I left it. And Ayush, when we started this projects thing, live project thing almost a year ago, we didn't have this platform. We used to share our screen and asked everyone to do it on their systems locally. And then we encountered into so many issues. somebody had issues like installing Python or specific library was missing, and people were just not able to get started. And that's when this idea came up.
Like Jupyter notebooks are really good in that sense. I think, yeah, great tool to write code and do your projects, add comments, and all that kind of stuff.
And
Mhm.
initially, I guess we didn't had Jupyter Notebook. Later on, we inbuilt it like
Yep.
Jupyter with platform now.
Yep. Okay, Ayush, you can go ahead.
Yep. Yeah. Click on Open Sandbox. Yep. This is the code editor. Once this loads, I can walk you through what we have. Yeah. So initially over here at the top, we have all the description of what the test is about, what we want to do. On the left, you have these different tasks which are 1 to 15. So each task is a different piece of code in the Jupyter notebook where you should be able to write code and then hit run and then see what the output is. You can also, like, at the end of writing all your answers, you can run the test. You can do it after each one, but uh, if you do it after all the tests, it would also be after all the pieces of code that you have written. You can click on run test and then it should be able to uh, run the entire notebook together. So then you should be able to, like, your project will be checked and various on different test cases, and then you would be able to see how much what you need to do better, or what are the errors that you're seeing in the code.
Mhm. Guys, one more thing that I would like to mention here is, so the small dog that you see at the top, this is the Nexus AI. This is we built an AI mentor over here because we found that 85% of the candidates get stuck in the first few tasks only, and they're unable to move forward. Right. So this you can literally talk to this AI by asking questions over here, and this will provide you feedback over here. And this works in three languages, which is English, Hindi, and Spanish. Okay. Um, Ayush, anything else do you want to cover, or shall we start taking questions?
I can go over like some A/B
Yep.
testing
Yep.
best practices.
Hmm.
Yep. So previously we went over like what A/B testing is. Now, as far as job roles are concerned, like A/B testing would be used across the board. No matter if you're a data analyst, data scientist, product analyst, you would always need that skill set of A/B testing. So like make sure you do this project because it'll give you at least a good overview of what A/B testing is, how it's actually implemented, and what are the things that you should do to ensure that you are running the A/B test correctly. Uh, Apart from that, as far as industries go, again, it's used across the board, across various industries. Of course, digital or finance or marketing. Marketing and digital, I think these two must be the top two industries which use A/B testing. But apart from that as well, a lot of different industries use A/B testing. So extremely important skill set to have.
Uh,
uh, Also, like, while you do A/B testing, there are a few best practices that need to be maintained. One of which being that you should decide the primary KPIs, which is what you will base the performance of before the A/B test itself. Because sometimes what happens is that when you run an A/B test, there is always a bias to think that the variant will do better because of all the effort and the time that we've put in to set up the A/B test. But to ensure that that does not happen, always have those primary KPIs set up beforehand, which is also why, like, in the project, if you see the description, we ensure that we mention the primary KPIs even before looking at the data or before doing anything else. So that is one big point. So apart from that, also, like, uh, ensure that your primary KPI is your North Star metric, because sometimes we get carried away with choosing a metric, like click through rate or metrics which are not that important, but our primary KPI should, as far as possible, be the North Star metric. So if you're changing some design on the website, try to have like an ROI or a sales as your primary metric, because if you have something like click through rate, you are just, so for example, even if the click through rate goes up but your sales don't go up, so you didn't move the needle by much. So always try to have that primary KPI as your North Star metric, which would actually create a lot of difference to your business.
Mhm. Aish, one quick question. So, look, A/B is are there any specific tools that are used at companies, at big companies in A/B testing? Because A/B testing at a very simple level is okay. We'll try two different designs and we'll
Yep.
see how users behave and we'll make a decision out of it, right? But uh, are there any sophisticated tools or like some really fancy things that are done at big companies, or is the baseline fundamental carried at every place?
I mean, so there can be other variants. It's like A/B testing is just like two. There is ABN. I mean, there are different types of A/B testing as well, like more fancy ones. And on top of that, you obviously have like Google Analytics, Adobe Analytics for digital part. So all obviously, and also like a lot of software development input goes into this, because they need to be the one who actually go into the code and ensure that it's being run correctly and you're getting the correct data. So there are a lot of components that need to go into running a very successful and a correct A/B test.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, that's great. So, guys, if you have any questions related to the project, please let us know. Write it in the chat box. Happy to take your questions, your comments on it. Uh, and one more thing. So, for the next 1 week, let me share my screen again really quick and give you a quick overview of a few things. So, as Ayush has already explained the project, you have to get started on this project. There are about 15 tasks in this particular project, and the winner of this project will be featured on Times Square, New York. So, if you stand first in this project, you will be getting featured over there. Definitely would be very helpful for you in your interviews. You can talk about it on your LinkedIn profile, and will definitely get you a lot of attention. Always good for the job search. These are some of the examples of our previous winners. Let me show it to you. So, for example, this girl won one of the previous events, and she was featured on Times Square like this. Got great attention on LinkedIn as well. Okay, so. So that's one example, and we are excited to see who wins it this time. Uh, Another important thing is, so on the projects platform, although this project is entirely free, the access to our AI mentor, which is the Nexus AI that I showed you, which can provide you hint feedback at every single step, that is limited. But if you want an unlimited access of it, then there's a premium access available of it. And that if you utilize code Ayush 20 in the next 3 days, you'll be getting a 20% discount on the premium platform access as well. But again, if you don't need an AI access support and you want to do it by yourself, the platform is absolutely free for you. Now, for the next 1 week, we want to help you in every possible way and want you to become successful in this. And that's where we have a Discord community where you can ask any question related to this project. Again, we are not going to provide you a solution of it, but we'll provide you a hint on to move forward. Okay, and it's a great community that where you can connect with a few thousand software developers and data scientists. If I show you, when you go to highcounselor.com, right at the top, you click on this. Here's the link for Discord community. I'll also share it in the chat box. You can see in our community, we have about 3,700 members right now at the moment. So you can join it. And under this community, you can ask any question related to our projects or this live project. Okay. Let me share the link of this community with all of you.
Like, just want to add here that regardless of whether you're on Times Square or not, this is a great opportunity because it's a live project that you can, get hands-on experience on. And with other members as well doing the same project, you'll get a good sense of how other people are thinking as well when they do a project. So please, like, I think this is a great opportunity to just get some hands-on experience and know more about doing actual projects and A/B testing in the real world.
Absolutely. Join Discord community for Q&A. Yep, I've added the link in YouTube. Let me also add in. Uh,
And
on LinkedIn?
quite a few student like people do ask this question that how you can make it to the leaderboard. I'll just clarify that. So leaderboard has mainly three components. Number one is the accuracy of your code, the time you are spending on your code, how many errors you are making, and to how many people you are inviting to the platform. That is very important. So it is a lot of people do write their code, but they do not invite anyone. This is a free platform, guys. So we don't charge anyone anything, and we keep on uploading projects. It takes a lot of effort from our side. So we don't only expect you to just invite few more people, share it with some of more people, so that we are able to get more, and this will help us to bring us more employer also, because that is how when we reach out to employer, we do share our numbers with them. So that excites them also to be a part of this platform. So at the end of the day, it will have more job opportunities, and then it will be more useful to you, just not for the academic learning, but also you'll be able to land job through this platform.
Mhm. Okay, guys. So let us know if you have any questions. Please let us know in the chat box, and happy to answer any questions that you may have. Okay, let's see if there are any questions, or if not, we are good to wrap up, and we'll see who perform on this project and make to the Times Square. Or otherwise, definitely we want to see uh, the winner of this project. So Ayush, job search is certainly a big challenge, especially in current market, right? But you also graduated recently, if not not too long ago, like myself, who graduated like 9 years ago. What was your job search journey like? How did you search your job?
So like I tried like a bunch of stuff from applying directly through LinkedIn, applying through Indeed or other job websites. I tried cold emailing, I tried to reach out to people. But like I think one thing that stood out was networking. So definitely like trying to reach out to more people on LinkedIn, that definitely helps a lot. And I think one group that would more or less help you more is your alumni. So people who have graduated from your same program or from your same university in the United States. So if you try to reach out to these people, the chances of you getting a reply are much higher as compared to all the other groups, like all the other people uh, in the world. So definitely I would say that these people would help you a lot. So first, your first preference should be trying to reach out to, so for example, if you want a job in a certain company, try to see if there are any alumni working in that company, uh, so that you can reach out to them and then you can see if they can help you out or not. But yeah, that would be like my number one tip for this.
Hmm. Okay, perfect. There's a few questions. Let's take a few questions that people have. Khadija says Python skills are mandatory for this project. Are Python skills mandatory?
Yep, yep, you would be coding in Python, but I think you should be able to like search on the web for any syntax or any kind of uh, particular things that you want to do in Python. So if you do have experience with some other programming language as well, it should be fine. Like you should be able to do the project on Python.
Mhm. Another question that we have: if you don't have work experience, what type of end-to-end data science or data analyst projects one should do? Like how to find out the business problem, one that make you stand out from the crowd.
So I think the first recommendation would be to do this project because this will give you a good overview. Try to do other projects as well on the platform to see like how the business problem is being framed and how you're trying to solve it. And once you have that basic sense, right, then you can go on Kaggle or these other data websites. You can get the data set and just try to frame a business problem yourself. But before you do that, of course, you need to do at least 5 6 problems which are already present again on High Counselor that could help you get a sense of how business problems are being framed right now.
Hmm.
Vikas says that if job openings are less in Indian IT industry, I guess look, the industry gets affected across the world. It starts from US only, and then every other country takes the hit. So it depends upon your skills also. That is not the case, like not everybody is not being hired. It also depends upon how you are preparing yourself, and Ayush has already given you certain tips on that.
Mhm.
So I will stay positive and I'll trust my skills. That is how I will take that.
And guys, we recently started onboarding companies on High Counselor Projects platform so that they utilize real world projects to evaluate candidates. And just until the end of last week, we had two companies in India who were hiring for data analyst and software developer role, and both entry level roles were there. And we will be onboarding a lot more companies in the next 1 month, right? So that's why I would recommend you to do this project and a few other projects, so that if we have your profile and if we can see, oh, this guy is really good, have real hands-on skills, we will be directly recommending candidates to the employers, right? So this is extremely important. I mean, when you go to highcounselor.com/projects, you can see companies over there that says actively hiring companies, right? And there we plan to bring in probably hundreds of companies in the next few months, and they're lined up with us. We are just rolling them out slowly, right? And so you're here on the platform. If you think you have skills, do more and more projects. If you even if you don't have it, then do projects in the learn category, learn it, and then start building your portfolio. Okay. And if we have right candidates with us, you never know, you'll get an email from us or directly from the company saying that, hey, we found your profile on High Counselor with this many project, we would like to interview you, right? So to answer your question, yes, the market is tough, but still there are a lot of opportunities. Okay. How to make recruiters reach out to you? That's that's an opposite question that
I guess
Yeah, I think LinkedIn is very useful there. Like whatever you're learning and whatever projects you're doing, post about it on LinkedIn. Uh, it need not be very fancy. You can talk about like I learned about A/B testing today. This is A/B testing. These are the best practices. So if you keep doing, keep posting about things you're learning, the projects you're doing, that is extremely useful. And of course, like making sure your LinkedIn profile is updated with everything that you've done, all the experience you have, all the education. Of course, like that could be very beneficial as well. So I think like posting on LinkedIn and having an updated LinkedIn profile, I think these two could help like recruiters reaching out to you.
And just to add one more point to it, since a lot of personal branding environment right now we see, right? So if you are able to use social media on different platforms, you are able to build something which everybody will be excited to know about it, then definitely recruiter will reach out to you. That will simply showcase your work, and that is how a lot of like talent people right now earning their bread and butter. So they're making out of business out of these things also. Okay. Would this project be helpful for updating resume? Of course, it will be helpful, and already Ayush has given you a perspective that how much A/B testing is being used. So that will give you a good idea. Whenever you go for interview, you can explain this project in detail, and that might uh, it just showcase your learning attitude also. Okay, Ashish Pal, this is a question for you, Aditya. Will these companies be providing sponsorship also?
Definitely companies that are hiring in India, right? The sponsorship is not applicable, but we have started onboarding companies in the United States. The one is Idaho National Laboratory that will be posting their project very soon. Not every company will be sponsoring, but yes, we are trying to onboard companies that are willing to provide sponsorship. So there will be companies that will offer sponsorship. Not at, we don't have right now at the moment on the platform, but we are in conversation and we are onboarding them slowly, right? We don't want to onboard like 100 companies immediately, but because management of that becomes very very tough. But yes, you can expect those companies in the future. Hi Ayush, I have a question. In Chase interviewing students who require sponsorship, I realize a lot of big companies are not sponsoring students, but they won't also outright say no sponsorship.
I am not sure. Like, I think it depends from team to team if they sponsor or not. But I'm not really sure. Like, I can't say like for other roles. I mean, they were sponsoring for a few roles as far as I know. So I think it'll completely depend on the role and the team. And Yeah, I mean, regarding companies don't outright say that. I am not sure about that. So usually like whenever you have that first recruiter call, I think that's one of the first questions they ask. So even if it's not clear, while applying, but if you get a recruiter call, I think that will be one of the first questions they ask. And if they don't ask, I think that's one of the first things that you should talk about as well before moving forward. But yeah, not sure if, like, in general, if that's happening or not.
And guys, another thing that we recently noticed, one of our candidates at High Counselor, he interviewed with General Motors recently, and they did not clarify it at the beginning in job description. They completed the entire process, and in the final round, they, I think, had one candidate who did not require sponsorship, and this candidate who required sponsorship, and eventually they chose to hire one that did not require sponsorship. So it was very clear that they they were willing to sponsor, but their preference is always to hire someone who do not require sponsorship, because it saves their money, right? That's why they don't outright mention it. They will be, my understanding is the companies have mindset that, okay, if we don't find a US citizen or a green card holder, then we'll probably sponsor, but if we find someone, then we'll go ahead with someone who doesn't require sponsorship. That's the reason that they don't mention it outright. Okay, so another question is, can we go back and do previous High Counselor projects? Could we still get help on those? Yes, Ritika, you can go and do those projects, and in the Discord link, you can mention your questions. I mean, projects that are active in that particular week. For example, this project, you'll get an immediate help for the previous projects. I mean, if there's a lot of questions backlog, we may not be able to get back to you in time. Okay, but Discord community is great. There are a lot of people out there who would be able to help you out, so please check that out.
Deepak says, please explain the process in short. So it's a simple process. Go to High Counselor website, www.highcounselor.com, click on projects, create your login. If you're a first time user, if you have already your login account, log into your account, search for today's project over there, and then click on start. The sandbox platform will be loading, and then you can start your project. Very simple process.
Yep. And now when you go on highcounselor.com/projects, you'll see this project coming at the first number, right? So you can simply, you don't even need to search it, and you'll see Ayush photo as a mentor over there. So you can simply click start to get started on it. Okay. So that's already there. Okay. Okay, guys, we are reaching at the top of the hours, and I think we have covered good details of the project. Thank you so much, Ayush, for joining us today, for sharing knowledge on A/B testing, and for introducing this project. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Aditya.
Thank you,
Thank
Ayush.
you,
Thank
Mit.
you. Thank you for your time.
Great
Thanks
stuff.
everyone for
Thank you.
joining. We look forward to working with you. And for any questions, please reach out to us on Discord channel. Discord channel is the key. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend ahead. Bye.
Bye.